I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you are behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
All right, y'all, we're here. We're live. You're watching Buster Unmasked, and man, we got a great show for you today. Got a young man I've been dying to talk to, fixing to be on here in just a few minutes. But before we do that, I want to plug a show right quick. This Friday night, Gibson, Tennessee, Premier Pro Wrestling returns to the Community Center. 6:30, the doors open, bell time 7:30. If you're anywhere around Gibson, Tennessee, go check out Premier Pro Wrestling. All right, guys, like this video, share this video, go to Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube. And this right here is the most important part, subscribe to my channel. Go do that right now. Go to Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Hit the little red bell. You'll know when content's coming out. You don't even have to look for it. Guys, we're not wasting any time. You know how I like to do it. We're going to promote these upcoming podcasts, and we're going to get this young man on here.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey! Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I'll look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
y'all. You seen it right there. Got a lot of cool podcasts coming out. One I want to talk about real quick, Sunday night, June 22nd. Special Busters Unmasked MMA edition. Our guy, Jet Hero, stepping in the cage in Jackson, Tennessee on June 28th at the Jackson Fairground. And we're going to we're going to unmask Jet Hero is what we're going to do. Playtime's over and it's time to get real. Be sure to check that out. This is the real deal. Hub City MMA. You don't want to miss that podcast. And right now, this is the podcast you do not want to miss. Let me just say something about this young man right here. He's part of Osceola's royal family of wrestling. He's one of the main reasons that the legacy continues at MCW. He is the youngest Triple Crown champion in MCW history, and he is your current junior heavyweight champion. I bring to you DJ Cash. DJ.
Yes, sir.
What's up, dude?
Nothing much. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. I've been looking forward to this, man. We've had this thing booked for what? 2 months, 2.5 months now, something like that?
Yeah, about
Man,
2.5 months now.
I've been looking forward to it. Look, we already got some comments, so let's get them underway. Let's get these out of the way, and then we can go on with this show. We got Carol Gorner. Apparently, she got on here at 6:13, so she's a little bit early. But she says, wow, I was hoping I made it on time. Thank God I'm here. Let's get this started already. LOL. Girl, we are underway right now. You're watching it. Then we got Mark McGee, as always. What's up, brothers? Gonna be a good show with two brothers, Buster and DJ. I know you know Mark. I know Mark.
Yes, sir.
Mark's one of the most loyal wrestling fans anywhere in the world. Actually, he's a little more than a wrestling fan. He's more than just a fan. He's actually born into the business, kind of like you were born into the business. The Vashons are his kinfolks, and I love Mark. Mark and Chance, who's up next, are a couple of the only two guys that really help me out and share my content. Chance says, let's do this damn thing. You know we're doing it, Chance. Chance says, Buster always brings it. Chance, I appreciate you. Mark, y'all, like I said, you two guys help me out and help me get my content out there more than anybody else. But DJ Cash, it is all about you here tonight. Youngest Triple Crown winner in MCW history. You're also the current junior heavyweight champion of MCW. And if I'm thinking right, you just had a birthday, and I hope I'm right about this. You're 16 years old, right?
Yes, sir. I'm 16 years old. I turned 16 April 10th.
So let's talk about that, because this past Sunday I had Zay Washington, the chosen one, and the Problem Aaron Roberts, two of the top guys around our territory on here, and both of those guys started at 13. So when did you actually start in-ring wrestling, man?
I started in-ring wrestling when I was about 14 years old, and I started training when I was about 11. I had just turned 11, so it was like a birthday gift my uncle gave me, and I'm very thankful that he gave it to me, because to be honest with you, I don't know where I would be without wrestling. I probably would be off the deep end, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it runs in the family. I mean, you were born into this business. A lot of your family are active wrestlers and talents, but even the ones who aren't, it's MCW is a family affair. Everybody, there's a lot of you guys that are involved with making MCW the success it is.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this. 16 years old, that means you're still in high school.
Yes, sir, it does.
Here's my question. Let's talk about that dynamic, man. What's it like going to high school, being the wrestling kid? You're in high school 5 days a week, and then Friday and Saturday, these people, your friends, your peers in school can come to Osceola, Mark Tree, Truman, wherever y'all are at, and see you in the ring. So talk to me about what it's like to go to school and be a wrestler at the same time, man.
You know, at first, like whenever I first started, I wasn't really used to it. So my body was like tired all the time. But I have a routine now. Like I go to school, come home, go to sleep, then wake up and I'll go to wrestling. You know, I'm very thankful to be doing what I do. And I tell everybody and I brag about myself all the time to everybody that I go to school with, and like I'll share the Facebook page with them and I'll share some of my matches with them, and like they're just like, so most of my friends will come to wrestling on Fridays, Saturdays, or whatever, and they love it. I mean, I love that they love it, and I love that I love it.
So nobody ever tries to give you a hard time about it.
Well, you know, some people say it's fake, but it's not. Wrestling is not fake at all. Like if they was to get in there and do what we did, they wouldn't be able to last. They wouldn't be able to get up in the morning and wake up to their families or even go to work or school. You know what I'm saying? So it's very a tough thing to do.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, you're one of the main reasons the legacy continues with MCW. This is a company that has been running for 31 years right now. If I'm thinking right, a little over 31, maybe slightly just over 31 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Same town every Friday night, the same territory for the past 30 years. And that says a lot about MCW. It says a lot about Osceola itself. And it says a lot about your family because the last 20 years, 22, 23 years, your family has been a huge part of this thing. And then eventually the family took it over. So talk to me about what it was like kind of growing up in the wrestling business, man.
You know, growing up in the wrestling business, it was fun, okay? Every Friday night after school, I would look forward to going to wrestling. Even when I got in trouble, I would look forward to going to wrestling, even though I couldn't get in the ring and do anything. And then growing up into wrestling, it was like I was a very attackative person. Like me and my cousin CJ, we'd be fighting with each other and doing everything with each other. Trampolines, pools, on the ground, anything. Like we would be fighting with each other no matter where we was. Even with the littler kids, like with my nephew, I'll pick him up and powerbomb him and stuff. And I love that little kid. And I hope he grows up to be a wrestler too. But growing up, it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? I always look forward to wrestling, traveling with my uncles to wrestle. You know, I don't know. I don't know really what to say. It was amazing.
Yeah, man. I didn't get to grow up in the wrestling business, but I feel like I wished I had. I think it's really cool, man. And here's the thing. You start getting an education from the day you start learning, period. I mean, I'm assuming you've been in the ring since you've been in diapers, at least playing around in it, running around the arena.
Yes. Diapers, no shirt, no socks, barefooted, just running around.
So look, you see it up top. It says youngest Triple Crown winner in MCW history. So take us all the way back and talk to us about the very first title you won in MCW.
Okay, so this was with me and my cousin CJ. We were known as #Prodigy, and it was in a steel cage match against the LA Hustlers. I'm telling you, when we say we tore the roof off that place, the roof was not on that place. We had such an amazing match. I was grateful for the LA Hustlers, Bradley and Lamont both. I was thankful for them doing what they did to us, and you know what I'm saying? I was grateful for my uncles, you know, grateful to be doing it with my partner, aka my best friend. I've been dreaming about it since the day I was born.
That's really cool, man. Speaking of your uncles, Carl's on here. He says, "What's up, Buster? What's up, dude?" Carl doing an amazing job in Mark Tree. Man, I've been seeing these crowds y'all been drawing. Billboard, everything. MCW's really, man, I guess over the past 3 years, for sure, 2.5, 3 years, man, y'all have really upped the game at MCW. There was a long stretch there where it was kind of a plateau. And honestly, there was a long stretch there that it was somewhat stagnant. But man, out of nowhere, once you guys kind of took it over completely, your family, new look, a painted arena, canvases is different, banners on the walls in the arena. Y'all took it to a whole new level. Social media. I know y'all go live every Friday night. So talk to me about that aspect and how you've seen MCW grow since the time you were a baby, man.
Well, all the credit really goes to my Uncle Harry, my Uncle Carl, and my Uncle David. Without them, none of it would have been possible. Like my Uncle Carl with Martree, he don't get enough credit, but he does an amazing job and makes sure everything's on point. My Uncle Harry always runs 1,000 miles an hour trying to make sure the building's okay, everything's set up, seats are done, painting, doing whatever. He's upgraded the building so much. And my Uncle David, he does everything for everyone. Like it wouldn't be one day that if you don't need him, he ain't there. So growing up in the business, well, not growing up in the business, but growing up watching MCW from where it started to where it is now, there's a huge difference. The workers, the loyal fans, the wrestlers, the refs, like people deserve their flowers, and everybody in MCW deserve their flowers for what they have done and what they're going to continue doing in MCW to make it the best company in the Mid-South.
Here's the thing about MCW. What are you? You're a second generation. Y'all don't have any third generations yet, do you?
No, sir. We got some in training, though, and when I tell you they're going to be great, too, they're going to be great.
Here's the thing. Just like you grew up with MCW, Osceola, Arkansas Wrestling, man, the fan base, there's people that was there when I started in 1994. They were kids, growed up, had kids, brought those kids. Now those kids are bringing their kids. So there's three generations minimum of fans that have grown up on MCW. 3 different generations at least that has grown up on MCW and wrestling in Osceola, Arkansas. So it's kind of a parallel right there. It's not just like you guys, you and CJ. And speaking of CJ, here he is. He says, "What's up, Dead Weight DJ?" That's your best friend, man. That's your partner right there. I know he's done turned into a little bit of a prick lately. I can see that, man, on TV.
There you go.
So I get it, man. I get it. But I'm sure that you probably played with fans' kids that are now your age or maybe even older than you now that still come to wrestling, and if they're old enough to have kids, maybe bring their kids to wrestling. Talk about y'all's fan base in MCW, man.
Our fan base is really loyal. When I tell you they're loyal, like anything they like, any show we have, they'll be there. Anytime like we have an event or like karaoke with the King, the karaoke for Derek, where we all come and sing together, they're loyal. Like no matter what day our show's on, they're there. And even growing up with some of their kids and some of them, it's like when you get to know who you're with and who you're surrounding with, it changes your whole mentality of how you take things and how you pick up things, how you treat other people.
Right. I agree with that 100%. And you talked about winning the tag team titles with CJ. Your first titles you ever won, defeated the LA Hustlers for these titles. And the LA Hustlers are MCW homegrown talent too. That's where they started, cut their teeth. And now you see them all over Memphis wrestling. The Hustlers are all over the place. They've held probably more tag teams around our area than I would guess to venture any tag team around here. Steel Cross is starting to add them titles up, but I still feel like over the years that the Hustlers, man, they've held every title in dang near every company around our territory. Yes. So talk to me about those guys. How being in there with those guys and those guys doing the favor for you guys, how it made you feel.
It makes me feel good knowing that like they're willing to do stuff like that. But not only inside of wrestling are they there for us, but like even outside of wrestling, like anytime something happens, it feels good knowing that them are 2 guys that you can rely on and you can depend on. And me personally, everybody hates them. I love Bradley. Bradley is one of the guys that's always there for me. I'm always learning off of him and everything. Always learning off Lamont when he runs a training school. They're just 2 great guys inside and outside the ring, and I'm glad to have them. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be part of what they are and what they have been.
Yeah, man, the Hustlers, I'll say this about the Hustlers. They've held every title around our territory pretty much, but I still feel like they're one of the most underrated teams in our area. Maybe not now. They finally have started getting their flowers over the last couple of years, but these guys are workhorses. They've been at this for hell. The Hustlers they've had to have been doing this for 20 years now, somewhere
Yes, they've
close
been
to
doing it a
that.
long time.
You know, so it's really cool when you got guys who have been there, done that don't mind helping you out and kind of showing you the ropes and teaching you stuff, because a lot of times you don't run into guys like that. A lot of times it's the exact opposite. A lot of times if somebody feels like you're looking for their spot, they don't want to help you. They don't try to help you. And it's good to have people who do. Look, Mark McGee's with us. He said DJ and CJ are two of my greatest fans. Mark said y'all are two of his greatest fans.
I love Mark. Mark is one of my favorite people. Like, down to earth, Mark is one of my favorite people. Anytime that he comes up to Osceola, he's just cool to hang around. He's cool people.
Yeah, man. Look, we got Alyssa Reed with us. She says, DJ, you are doing such a great job wrestling.
I appreciate you, Alyssa.
We got Carl back with us. He says, a huge part of our team. Chance is back with us. He said, much respect to the Claps. Yes, sir, I agree with that 100%. Claps, here's the thing. You know this as well as I do. At times, y'all catch a lot of heat for the last name alone, pretty much. Y'all catch a lot of heat, but at the end of the day, these guys have spent 25 years dedicated themselves to MCW long before they owned it. So yes. Much respect to all the Claps. It just is what it is. CJ's back, and he said a little over 20. I'm assuming he's talking about the Hustlers.
Yeah.
Carl's back, and he said, no, not that long. They worked us the first year of their career. So, Carl, how long have they been working? Mark McGee, he said the LA Hustlers are great, obviously. And then Carl's back, and he said, we also got two more family members training and reffing. And that's what you said. Those the third generation we're fixing to start seeing or already seeing reffing?
Yes, we have my cousin Aiden Wright, my cousin Carly Clapp, and my little Harry's son, my little cousin Cameron. They are catching on so fast to what they're doing. My cousin Aiden has came a long way. He usually don't like being in front of crowds and stuff, but you know, we needed him one night in Marktree, and he was right there for us. My cousin Carly, we needed her one night in Marktree, and you know, all our family's reliable, so you know, she stepped in there and done it, and they love it now. And my cousin Cameron, he's doing so good with what he's been doing. I love getting in there and working little spots and stuff with him and trying to teach him stuff because he listens so well. And I'd love to see them in the wrestling business one day and doing great things like Aaron Robert does, and you know, in the WWE or AEW or TNA or whatever. I would love to see them do that.
Right. I say it every time I have any one of you guys on. Y'all have a huge family. Like I said, there's just as many people working behind the scenes as there are actually in the ring, out on the floor, making the show happen. Huge family. Look, let me find it right here. Carl come back and he said 15. That's got to be the Hustlers, talking about they've been doing it about 15 years. Kylie Kontz says, you're doing great, DJ. Carl said not 3 generations, 2 generations. So me and you both are wrong. My bad.
I understand the whole generation thing. You know what I'm saying? I just go.
He said the Claps are like the mafia of wrestling. We get the heat from the double piece alone. There you go, man. Mark's back with us. He said the 2 biggest families in wrestling are the Noise and the Claps, and I'm beginning to believe that. I'm gonna tell you something. There's a ton of them beat. I don't know. There is a ton of those Samoans, and here's the thing. I feel like they keep them hid until it's time to bring them out, because some of them you don't even know about, and then out of nowhere they pop out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they'll come from indie companies, and like you'll never know who they are, but then they pop up, and you're like, oh, you gotta go study this person. You know what I'm saying? Addison
Witcher's with us. You do such an amazing job, DJ. DJ, you got a lot of fans here. A lot of people love DJ Cash, man. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about your fan base, man.
Well, my fan base is really I don't want to like sound terrible by saying this. My fan base, I love them all. I love every single one of them. I try connecting so hard with the people, like during the show, like autographs or sell pictures or whatever. I love connecting with the fans, and I love that they love me. And I don't know, I wouldn't be nowhere without any of them. Let's be honest. I wouldn't. I wouldn't hold the MCW Junior Heavyweight Champion. I wouldn't have held the tag team titles. I wouldn't have held the World Heavyweight title. I wouldn't have held none of that without them. I wouldn't even be wrestling without them. You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about that heavyweight title. Talk to me about who you faced for it, and talk to me about the night you won that title.
So the night I won the title was a Saturday night at Cage Chaos. I'm pretty sure it was 3. And I wrestled Aaron Roberts. Aaron Roberts, when I tell you, he literally like helped me believe in myself so much when it came to wrestling and stuff. Because after I won the title from Aaron Roberts, it like opened my eyes that I can do so much more and like expand myself in so many ways and like be the best possibly I can be. And I just want to give Aaron Roberts some flowers because without him, like he opened my eyes. So without him, my eyes probably would still be shut, and I'll probably still be doing the same stuff I did when I started wrestling.
Paul said made you look like $1,000,000. Talk about being in the ring with a 420-pounder. About what? What is Aaron? About 6'3"?
He's like
420
6'3",
pounds.
6'4". Yeah, he's a beast.
420, 30 pounds, and he is at his very, very best right now, man, and seems to only be getting better. Talk to me about that, facing that size difference, man, and how you overcame that to win the heavyweight title.
You know, my Uncle Carl is right. You know, he made me look like $1,000,000, and I appreciate him for that. And me wrestling Aaron Roberts and like the size difference, it was kind of like I was the underdog, and I had to use my speed against his strength and his knowledge. You know what I'm saying? His knowledge was a main thing that I had to overcome. But that Saturday night, I happened just to get lucky and get him. You know what I'm saying? But I love Aaron. Mad respect for Aaron.
So talk about the moment you won that title and you're standing in the middle of the ring and you get handed that belt because you've seen it happen time after time growing up. What did it feel like for you to be the guy in the center of the ring, spotlight on you, holding that belt up high?
You know, it felt amazing. It brought out so many like mixed emotions. Like I was happy, I was sad. You know, life is really complicated, but it's just like how you like fix it and stuff. So me being able to do that and be in the middle of the ring with everybody chanting my name and me holding the title up, it just poured out mixed emotions. I was happy, like I was way happy that I did it, and you know, I don't know, I just felt like a little kid again, like I was watching me wrestle against the LA Hustlers. Really, like I watched that match and I watched me and Aaron's match all the time, and I love that moment so much. That's one moment I'll never forget.
So be honest with us. When you got by yourself later that night, did you cry?
Yeah, I cried.
There you go, man. That right there, that's what it's all about. That's what pro wrestling really is all about. Tapping into that emotion. Here's the thing. If you want to tap into the fans' emotion, you first have to tap into your own emotion because that's what makes them feel. I would bet you money there was a couple of fans that left there that night and shed some tears when they see you win that belt, man.
Yes, that's one thing my Uncle Harry taught me is always connecting with the fans was the most important thing in wrestling. And I believe him cold-heartedly when he said that.
Yeah, it's truth, man. Look, we got a few more comments. Carol's back. She said, started a fan club here in Cali. I have a lot of friends being fans. We love watching them. There you go, man, all the way out in Cali. Here we go. We got Whitley Madison. You got this. You're doing great, DJ. Carl's back with us. He said, in the next 5 years, him and CJ will be two of the best in our area. I believe that. Me and Carl had that conversation. I don't know. I think the last time Carl was on, maybe a year ago, maybe a little less, we had the conversation about you two guys. That, you know, starting out as young as you have, and man, you absorb a lot, especially if you're in a place where people's going to nurture you. The talent, the wrestlers, you got lucky in the fact that all your uncles are there, so they kind of watching over you too. That's what it's all about, man. You can grow so much faster if you got people who's willing to nurture you in this business.
Yes, definitely. And
Okay.
I'm glad. I'm happy to see how far me and CJ have come, and I can't wait to see where we are in the future. If we're tagging, if we're separate, if he's in WWE and I'm not, I'm still gonna be excited for him because that's what his dream was, and that's what we both dreamed about. And one day we'll be, as a tag team or not, we'll be in the WWE or NXT or anything like that. And I strongly, wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah, man, that's the way you got to be. Here's the thing I've been seeing on Facebook over and over. If you ain't willing to clap for others, it'll never be your turn. And that's the truth. If you want to hate on somebody for their success, you're really hating on your own success. Karma's a real thing. You hate on somebody because they're doing what you wish you could do right then, that's bad karma for yourself. Cheer people on, lift them up, and one day it'll be your turn. It ain't everybody's turn at the same time. We all got our time. We all got our time. Carl says you cried in front of the crowd, dude.
Yeah, I did.
We got El Juggalo with us. He says, whoop, whoop. What's up, man? Whoop, whoop. Carl's back. He says, yeah, it's been a while. I need to get you back on here soon, Carl. I'm so booked. Hell, I'm already booking into July. I may get in touch with you. I need to look at my
You
book
need to
and
talk
just
to him about hitting people with belts.
We'll definitely talk about that, but I want to talk about Mark Tree because Carl's been doing a wonderful job with Mark Tree. I lived in Mark Tree for 10 years, and when MCW first started, we ran Mark Tree. Always draw good crowds, but man, I've seen y'all have some really big crowds over the last few times y'all have run Mark Tree, man, above and beyond what it normally is.
Yes.
Okay, we got a Chance. He said, I just watched the episode with Carl earlier today. Chance is my dude, man. Watches all my stuff, and I appreciate you so much. We got Kindly. Is Kenley? There you go. Kenley. I've watched DJ one time in Mark Tree, and ever since I barely ever have a voice from cheering for him on Fridays. He's a good wrestler. The fans, man, they keep coming. El Juggalo, he says, I got a question for DJ Cash. You think you can make some appearances on some of the UWN Memphis wrestling tapings?
Well, I mean, never is not a word, you know what I'm saying? I could. I don't know, me personally, is it UWN? I don't know what that is or where it is. But, I mean, never is not a word. I possibly could if they get in touch with me and, I mean, I could, but.
El Juggalo, man, tell us what, because I try to keep up with as much wrestling as can, but I'm kind of in the dark about the UWN too.
Yeah.
Chime back in and kind of tell us what it is and where y'all are based out of. Obviously, you said you're doing tapings in Memphis, but tell us a little bit more about it. Look, GJ, we got Whitley's back. She says, my dad took me to watch one day, and ever since then, I couldn't stop being friends with him. He's great outside of the wrestling, but he's for sure great in there. And Carl Clapp come back and answered it for you. Yes, he'll take those bookings. Yes, El Juggalo, he'll take those bookings, man. So get with him. Okay, CJ says UWN is just Memphis wrestling.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The United Wrestling Network. I got it now. Okay, I was lost for a minute. I was lost. It's been when Memphis Wrestling first started, the United Wrestling Network it got plugged a lot. Now that Memphis has kind of grown into its own thing, I don't guess they plug it as much, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Hell yeah, I'll tell you he'll do some of those shows without a doubt. Yes, he'll definitely do some of those shows. I didn't know
what UWN was. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of confused, but yes, I would love to wrestle in Memphis. I would love to.
And here's El Juggalo back. He says UWN is basically the United Wrestling Network. Memphis Wrestling is basically their Memphis territory, which runs out of their Wrestle Center. near the international airport. But you already knew that because me and you had a little chat before we went on air, and CJ is becoming a big part of Memphis wrestling. Him and Mama Money becoming a big part of Memphis wrestling. And I asked you, had you got to do anything? And you said you actually did. So tell us what you actually got to go to Memphis and do, man.
So when I got to Memphis, it was like they was having a battle royal, and the guy walked up to me, and Simon actually walked up to me and asked me if I wanted to be in a battle royal, and I said yes. And when I tell you, when I walked out there, I was completely terrified. I had no clue what to do. You know, I was stuttering and all that. And then like I looked at over Bradley and Lamont and all them and the Crowleys. I love the Crowleys.
You're right.
I looked at all them and I just seen them and I was like, okay. And then I looked over and I seen CJ. I'm like, okay. Then I was in my peaceful zone. You know what I'm saying? I was okay with what I was doing. So then I would love to do more for Memphis. If it's on taping or not, I would love to. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
it was the most fun I've had.
So just talk about that, man. You said you was terrified. What was it like? I know when they come back and ask you, did you want to be in this battle royal, the nerves probably went just through the roof, man.
Yes. I didn't have no idea what I was going to do that day and what they had planned for me. But, you know, whenever I got in there, he asked me, I was terrified. Like, whenever I got out there, like, that camera just pointed right at the entrance. And whenever I walked out and seen it, like, I froze for a second. But then, like, you know, CJ was walking behind me and stuff, so he just tapped me, and I was like, okay, I'm going. And then I got into the ring, and I looked over, and the crowd they have a good crowd there. And I just froze up again, and, you know, I looked over and then seen everybody, and I was like, okay, I'm good. But walking out there, the main thing that kind of freaked me out was the camera.
That always gets everybody, man. The first time you go out, you know that camera's on, man. I think it throws everybody off a little bit, man. Look, El Juggalo's back with us. He says, recently, the United, let me get back up here to it. The United Wrestling Network has been getting matches for WWE ID talent, along with big names like Joe Hendry, AJ Francis, Nick Nemeth, and the Hardys. I've seen all those guys at Memphis Wrestling. And there's a bunch, like he said, the UWN has territories pretty much, man.
Yes.
I know when they first started, if I'm thinking right, before COVID, they were really starting to really grow. And then COVID kind of hit, and I felt like a few of the companies may have either died off or just couldn't run because nobody could really run. But the UWN, now that I realize what it is, it's a cool thing. If I'm thinking right, is it ran by Marquez? Is it David Marquez? Is he the guy behind the UWN?
I have no clue.
All right, El Juggalo's back. He said they even got the Twins Asylum, aka the Outbreak, before they got the JCW along with the JCW Tag Team title being defended on Memphis Wrestling when the Backseat Boys had their titles. And I've seen that, man, and I've seen the Outbreak, man, showing up at JCW, man, really getting a push, man. The Twins Asylum, it took them a while, but, man, they starting to break up to that next level, dude. I love those dudes. They are staples at Premier Pro Wrestling. They're there pretty much anytime they can make the show. And believe it or not, people love the Crowleys. That's the kind of gimmick you would automatically kind of think, well, these dudes are heels, but it's the exact opposite. Everywhere I've ever seen them wrestle, people love these guys, man. They just love them.
They're amazing.
We got Janelle Pillow. Riley says she loves you, Bubba. There you go.
Tell Riley I love her too.
El Juggalo's back. He said, honestly, I think we could see JCW making a visit to Memphis in the future. I'd love to see that, man. They're touring. There's a lot. I'll say this. Independent wrestling is exploding right now. It's been really exploding over the last couple years, but it seems like it's at a fever pitch right now. It's all over the place. Everybody's starting to run. I know JCW, I don't know if they have like broadcast TV, but I do know they stream on YouTube, and I've actually seen some of their shows streamed live. So man, wrestling's a big thing. CJ's back, and he says 100% need to be hashtag Prodigy versus the Outbreak. That's a match
Yes.
I'd like to see, man.
That's my dream match. Like I've always told everybody who runs like the show or whatever, or all my uncles and stuff. My dream match is me and CJ versus Outbreak. Like
Okay.
I'd love it.
El Juggalo's back. He said JCW doesn't have TV, only YouTube and their Triller pay-per-view content. Okay. And I'll be honest with you, nowadays, most people, YouTube is what most people consider TV now. You know, we're doing TV tapings when really the show's going out on YouTube. But I mean, at the end of the day, even broadcast TV has limits. Honestly, YouTube has no limits. I mean, once it's out there, you're kind of limited by your product, and if it catches on with the fans. And talk about that, because like I said, you guys do lives every Friday night, and I'm seeing those numbers climb and climb and climb. And y'all have like a 3-hour show. So those numbers are holding. They obviously they fluctuate because that's just the way it is. Anytime you're streaming live, people come in, people come out, people go do something, then they come back. But y'all have been stacking up numbers pretty high. Talk about that aspect of MCW, because you guys are getting seen all over the place, not just Osceola, everywhere now.
Well, you know, it has something to do with advertising. The company, like our team does, has something to do a little with the social media team we have, and with the wrestlers we have. It's just, and the stories we're telling too, like with the gods of MCW and myself and the LA Hustlers and Party Factor and CJ and everybody else. It has something to do with a little bit of each. Because if you don't go in there and tell a story, there's nothing for the crowd to watch and interact with. You know what I'm saying? And advertising is the biggest thing that we do. You know what I'm saying? And then our social media team is great. Like there's nothing really. I mean, we keeping up views, advertising. You know, there's nothing. I don't really know how to say it, but
man, I'll be honest with you. El Juggalo, he said, in my opinion, he said, I think the advancements in the infrastructure of internet video streaming have led to the explosion of indie wrestling, and I do too. I was just fixing to say, man, I wished we would have had a way to get our product out when I was an active wrestler to the whole world. I mean, honestly, I agree with that, man. I think that internet streaming, period, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Netflix, there's a million different streaming companies and streaming channels out there, and it's just opened up. Here's the thing. Used to, you had to go to TV stations, buy TV, or be high enough rated or a good enough product that they work the barter system out with you. Now, man, you can put your product out there to the world from day one, and it makes a big difference. And I'm like him. I think it has helped with the explosion of indie wrestling. Carol's back. She says they do also a shoe caulked in your face.
a show.
A show, okay, a show. Called in your face on Facebook once a week. Yes. Hey, I check it out here and there when I catch it coming on. Man, I'm amazed at the numbers that they get on that show, in the thousands, dude. I wish I could go live and stream right now. We could, in an hour, have 1,200 people, 1,600 people have seen this video. That's a testament. And how long have they actually been doing that show, DJ?
I'm pretty sure they've been doing it like since they've owned it. I'm pretty sure. Like, I remember being small and them start doing it. Well, not really small. I was like 7, probably 8, when they actually started doing it. So, I mean, it's probably been like 5 years, maybe 6, since they started.
Man, they built a heck of a following. I mean, like I said, I don't never know when it's coming on. I'm just scrolling through Facebook and it'll be on, or I'll catch the replay of it. But man, the numbers are off the charts, man. MCW is just growing in all directions, man. It seems like right now.
Yes.
So let me ask you this: we've talked about the tag team titles. We've talked about the heavyweight title. Who did you win this junior heavyweight title from? And talk to me about that match.
So I won the junior heavyweight title against Luke Justice. We went out there, and it's hard putting Luke down. I'll give Luke his flowers. He's amazing.
He can work his ass off in the ring. Look, Luke ever learned to keep his mouth shut? And I feel like he's really been doing good over the last probably year or so. He ain't really been in trouble. There for a while, Luke was in trouble every time you turned around, but you can't take nothing away from what he can do in the ring. He is really, really talented in the ring, and he's another one of you guys who he was born into the business. He's been around it his whole life, and he's got a lot of experience for no older than he is.
And he got a lot of connections too. But Luke, it definitely was a good match. I feel like he was hard to put down. Then he hit me with a bell, and then my uncle Harry's the commissioner now, so he came out and restarted the match. I hit him with my cutter, and I won it. It was just like me winning the world heavyweight title. It was a lot of emotions, but this time, like, I didn't cry in front of the fans when I could cry when I got in the back. But it definitely was. It felt good winning it, and then looking over at my family and them up clapping and stuff. So I mean, it was just like me winning the world heavyweight title, but it just felt more so real. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, man, you've kind of done it all in MCW. What is your next goal, man? What's the next thing you can do in MCW to top what you've already done? And then let's take it past that. Let's say over the next year, where would you like to see DJ Cash at over the next year, this time next year?
To be honest, I would like to see myself on Memphis. I would love to see myself on Memphis Wrestling, or just being able to travel different places and get more experience, and being able to. My uncles always told me you don't look as good as a person you're wrestling, or something towards that. You don't look.
You're only gonna look as good as the person you're wrestling wants you to look.
Yeah, basically that. So I don't know. I'd really just like to see myself getting better and more experience, and being able to say like I did this and this, and being able to mean it and have proof. You know what I'm saying? So me next year, I'd love to be in Memphis.
So let's talk MCW for a minute. Do you have any bucket list things at MCW, whether it's tagging with some of your family members or one certain match that you've never got so far that you want? Is there anything that you're dying to do at MCW that you hadn't already done?
I would like to wrestle Gio Savage one time at MCW. I would like to wrestle Gio. I love to tag with my whole family together against like a whole bunch of people. Just me and my family in one corner, being able to do like they did in the steel cage match.
Hell, they'd have to bring the bloodline in. I mean, damn. Hell, we'd have, not only that, but we'd have to build a 50-foot square ring, man, for all the talent, dude. But that would be cool, man. And I kind of like that idea, the whole family on the same side, because that seems to have always been an issue with your uncles. These guys can never seem to be on the same page, and if they do get on the same page, they can't seem to stay there very long. What's up with that, DJ? What's up with that, man?
They're all hard-headed, okay? I'm sorry, Uncle Carl. I'm sorry, Uncle David. I'm sorry, Uncle Harry. They're all hard-headed. And it's like one will butt heads with one person, and then, that person will butt heads back with that person, and then one person will try stopping it, so that they all bumping heads together, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they don't stop. And when they do stop, one continues going. And then whenever that one continues going, it brings back up the multiple, you know what I'm saying? And even with my mom's the same way. They'll all bump heads together. And I'm like, I never knew family and brothers and sisters argue this much. I know me and my siblings argue, but they argue like a whole different level.
Man, look, my brother's 70 years old right now. I'm 51. We get together for 24 hours. I'm gonna end up punching him in his face at least once, man, or he gonna punch me in the face once. Somebody gonna get punched, and then we gonna be all right after it, man. Families fight, always have, always will. Thing about that is, you can fight amongst yourself. It's just when that outsider tries to jump in, that's when you find out you should have kept your ass out of that fight.
Yes, because if there's a fight in between your family, somebody don't go and just hop in that family fight. You better stay away.
That's
That
right,
family
man.
don't play. This family don't play.
Right. Chance says the clamps and the bloodlines, Yeet. Yeah, that's a hell of a pay. Hey, that's a hell of a payday. I think we're gonna have to move into a way bigger arena if we want to book that, man.
Madison Square Garden.
So look, man. You've kind of done everything. You've won all the titles as of right now in MCW. Y'all run every single Friday night. Means y'all will be running this Friday night. Talk to me about what's going to go on this Friday night. And Saturday night is even bigger because y'all got the Cowboy James Storm in. But let's start with Friday and talk to me about what you're doing Friday, who your opponent's going to be.
So Friday night, I am wrestling JT Williams. He is an amazing worker. He's so and even though he jumped me Friday night, but getting in there with him, it was like nothing other. Like he was like on the same page as me, and we was on the same page as each other. Even though he was cheating the whole time, it was still an amazing match. And this Friday night, we got matches like the LA Hustlers and Ali X versus Zaya, and then the Party Factor. You know, we got that match. We got Gio Savage versus Chase McCoy. This is the winner leaves for I think 6 months or something like that, and loses the title. And me personally, I hope Gio wins because nobody likes Chase. And I hope Party Factor wins too because we're trying to party. So it really is to be determined on what other matches we have. But so far, that is an amazing card that to have down, and I hope all the other matches are amazing as them are. You know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing, man. Y'all have y'all had a big influx of Memphis guys come into the young Memphis talent, the Memphis trainees coming to Osceola. Great place to work, great place to hone your craft and cut your teeth. I did it there back in the 90s, and there's been so many people do the same thing, cut their teeth right there in Osceola, and then go on to bigger things from there. What's it like being able to work with all these guys? You've already said it, man. This time next year, you'd like to be featured on Memphis Wrestling, where you're getting to work with a lot of these guys who are being seen on Memphis Wrestling. Some of them features Gio Savage, big deal on Memphis Wrestling. Aaron Roberts, man, probably the biggest deal on Memphis Wrestling. So talk to me about the opportunity to getting to work with all these guys.
It's amazing. Some people that I love working with is like CJ Blaine. I love working with him. You got some more people. You got some of the trainees even coming up there to work. Big John Dalton, he's amazing. I'd love to see how far he takes in the wrestling business. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Aaron Roberts, Draco, Gio. I love every single one of them guys, and like how much energy they bring to the locker room is just beyond the point of what expected. You know what I'm saying? And I'd love to see how many matches I could have with all them. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. I love them. I love them all. I love every single one of them. Yeah, Mike Anthony. Mike Anthony's amazing. I'm trying to think of his name. Action Jackson, he's amazing too, and I love them all.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing about that. You're getting to work with all these guys. All these guys work at Memphis. You happen to get there by next year. Here's the thing. How much more comfortable is it going to be when they book you in a match and give you your match and it's Gio Savage or it's Draco or it's CJ Blaine or it's Aaron Roberts even? Here's the deal. It's going to make your time there so much more easy. You're going to be more relaxed. The nerves, you're still going to have those nerves, but they're not going to be what they normally would be because you know these guys, you've worked with them enough, and you're going to be comfortable, man. That's a really cool thing, I feel like, for you, dude. It's almost like they're training you for that already.
Yes,
they're preparing you for it.
And it's going to be amazing. Like you said, it's going to calm nerves down. And I've worked with and against most of these people, and I've like trained with a couple of them and stuff like that. Like they'll like before Memphis tapings and stuff, will be in the ring doing stuff. And like I love every single one of them guys, and it's all respect for them. And I can't wait to have matches against them and with them for championships. For not, you know what I'm saying? I'd love to see where it takes us.
I think you got a bright future, DJ. I really do, man. Here's the thing, man. How can you go wrong? You got a lot of people with a lot of experience looking over you, kind of taking you under their wing, pointing you in the right direction, man. That's always a plus in the wrestling business. Look, we talked about Friday night. Let's talk about Saturday, because Saturday night, like I said, Cowboy James Storm. Where are y'all going to be Saturday night?
Saturday night, we're going to be in Marktree, Arkansas. I'm not really sure of the address. I have the address, and it will be on a poster on Mid-Southern Championship Wrestling's page, and that's where all the lives will be and stuff. So if you can't catch the show there in person, always click on the page, and the lives will be right there. You can always watch them from past events and future events if you can't catch it. Me personally, I am a big James Storm mark. I love him. Like, I love everything he done.
Uncle Carl says 802 Liberty Street, Marktree, Arkansas, man. Big deal. Hey, if you're in Marktree, you know there's wrestling going on because there's a giant billboard y'all had put up, man.
Yes, them billboards look amazing. He did a good job.
Really cool, cool, man.
He does an amazing job with making sure that show's okay. And lately, that show's been running like no other show. You know what I'm saying? And big, many flowers to Uncle Carl for doing amazing. You know what I'm saying?
OMGs versus the Prodigy. I really like that matchup too.
Ooh, I can't wait.
I think that'd be a heck of a matchup. So James Storm, one of your favorite wrestlers. Will this be the first time you've ever got to meet him?
No, I met him in a Memphis locker room one time, and like I didn't really go up to talk to him or nothing or get a picture with him because I was too nervous. But you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. Like, I've watched him for a while, and I've watched more of his matches recently, like back to back. Now that I found out he's coming, you know what I'm saying? And what can I say? I'm gonna try to get a picture with him.
Man, that's cool.
As little as I can say.
One of the most respected guys in the wrestling business, not just around the South, pretty much everywhere. Chance says, Cowboy James Storm, sorry about your damn luck. And that's the deal, man. Drinks the beer, wears the cowboy hats, and kicks ass. Cowboy James Storm in a nutshell. DJ, man, we're fixing to wrap it up, dude. I want to thank you so much for coming on, man. We've been waiting on this interview, and it did not disappoint, dude. I've had a blast talking to you. Are you still nervous?
I mean, a little bit, but, not a lot. I was at first, but then I opened, like, it was cool after you asked the questions, you know what I'm saying? So I'm good now.
You hit it real well, and that's the thing, man. In wrestling, we're always nervous. You just got to learn how to hide that so the fans don't see it, man. That's all it is to it. DJ, I wish you all the luck in your career and in life. And literally, it has been my pleasure interviewing you here today.
No, thank you so much for having me on here. And I would love for everybody to go down, drop a like and subscribe and share this podcast on Facebook and on like any other app you have. And just to help him out, get more views. And you know what I'm saying?
And as soon as we get off here and the broadcast gets off live, there will be a Facebook link. For some reason, I cannot get my Facebook off of private until after the video is published, after it's done. I don't know. I've tried everything in the world, and it will not let me go public while we're live here. So Facebook would be live at the same time. If I ever figure that out, it'll probably help me grow a lot. But as soon as we get off of here, I will. It might take me 10 or 15 minutes, but the Facebook link will be up and I'll share it too. So you can catch this thing on YouTube or Facebook. And like DJ said, man, go share these videos, like these videos, and go to subscribe to my channel. Go to MCW, subscribe to their YouTube channel. I know y'all have a Saturday morning show every week. What is it called? Defiance?
Yes, sir. Defiance. MCW Defiance.
Go check that out too. DJ, you have a great night, my friend.
You too, sir.
All right, guys, you seen it right there. DJ Cash. Check this young man out. I expect big, big things from him over the next few years. Great young man. Really respectful. Go check him out anywhere you get a chance. If you're anywhere around Osceola, Arkansas, or any of the towns MCW runs, go check those guys out. Look, guys, next Wednesday, I'm back at 7 p.m. with CJ Blaine, one of the Memphis wrestling guys, a guy that DJ mentioned just a few minutes ago that he said he'd like to have a match with, or he has had a match with. I'll have him here next Wednesday night, 7 p.m. as always. I want to thank every one of you guys and girls for tuning in, interacting with us, commenting, and all that. I appreciate it so much. Before I let you guys out of here, I've got to plug these upcoming podcasts one more time, and then I'll get y'all out of here.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? My strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
All right, y'all, be sure to check those podcasts out. And you know the most important thing to do right now is like this video, share this video, and go to Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Look, guys, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, everybody for interacting. I want to thank DJ Cash for coming on. And next Wednesday, 7 p.m., CJ Blaine. Until then, guys, y'all take it easy.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.